Welcome back to my channel Code with Santosh. In this chapter, we are going to learn about head section of a web page or a HTML page. So just like our body, we in our body we have different sections or different parts we have our head, we have our body section, and then we have our legs. So in same way, an HTML page has also these three parts like header section, head section, body section, and footer section. Okay, so let me go to the HTML page. So here we can see that this is the blank page. Just let me try to create a blank HTML file. Okay, this is our HTML file. Okay, so here you can see that in our HTML tag we can see there are two sections. Okay, one is our head and the second one is our body. So here in head sections we normally keep the content which tells about our web page or HTML page, right? Like in our body, in our human body, by seeing the face we can identify the person. In same way, in HTML page, header tells you everything about your web page, like how this web page is going to run on a browser. All these informations are there in this head section. Okay, so it has also a start and closing tag. So all those elements HTML elements can go there in HTML tag. So what are there? What we normally keep in our header section. This is very important. Okay. So if your header section is or your head section is not correct, if you are missing some information, then in a long term your website is going to fall and it won't fulfill the expectation of yours as well as your clients. So it is very important that you add the proper information in your head section. So what are the information we normally keep in our header section? So let me go to another tab. I have some content ready for you guys so that we don't waste much time by creating those content here. Okay, let me paste all this content, then we can go one by one describing all these elements. So normally we keep these contents in our head section. Okay, I will discuss each and everything in detail so that you can understand what is the meaning of each item here. But we normally keep all these things here in head section. There are so many other things also you can keep in header section, but once you move into the advanced level you will be able to identify that which part we need to keep in head section. Okay, so let me discuss the first one. This first one is meta and its name is title. Content is this code with Santosh. Okay. So this is the like meta name and meta descriptions are normally used for the search engine. Okay. So whenever your search engine like Google tries to search your page, it identifies with these two things. Like there are so many other elements are also there, but mainly these two things. If this title tells you the what is the title of this, what should be the title of this page, and this content tells you that what kind of content is there in your web page or HTML page. So this description describes all the content which you are using in your page. Suppose you have a like in as I have given you the previous example that if you have a coffee shop, then this content should be related to your coffee shop information so that Google can, once it crawls your page or website, then it identifies this section. And when user suppose tries to, for in our case, Like when a user types some HTML for beginner, then it try to identify the content with your page, and this result will be shown to that particular user. Is that clear? So that is why we normally use meta name and meta description. This is not important for the beginners level, but once you go to into the professional level, then all these things really matters. Otherwise, your website will not display into the search result. Okay, this is about the meta. This is about the title and description. Our third item is meta equi refresh content 30. I will won't display this. I won't discuss this item because this is irrelevant for at the moment, okay, for us, because we don't want to go into the deep level at the moment. So I will ignore this item, but just I have kept this item so that you can see that this item can also be here. It can be also here. Okay, our next item is base URL. So this is your base URL of your website. Like suppose if you have hosted your website on some domain, then this will be the your URL, and whenever someone like this target blank means it will open into another tab, right? Yeah, this target equals to blank means it will open in another tab, not in same window or same web page. Like if the content is there, you link is there, and you click on that link, it will open into a new window. What is meta charset UTF-8? It means that your content can show all the charset. Like if your content is in Chinese or French or anything else, then also it will show same way as it has been or it is showing as in English, right? So there will be no difference for English or French or German or anything else. So it will show same way. Okay, so this is about the chart set. Next item is viewport. This is very important one, because normally we open a website on mobile phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, and larger giant screens, right? So this viewport tells us that whenever we are using the page on any of the device, the content of the or the width of the website should be according to the your device you are using to access this particular web page. So if you are using mobile phone, it will show according to the screen of mobile phone. If you are using a giant screen, big screen, then also it will show same way into the big screen. It won't display as mobile screen into the big screen. That's why it is very important to add this item. If you miss this item, then there might be a problem while you are accessing your website into any smaller or any big devices. Okay, so this is why viewport is very important. Our next item is link rel equals to style sheet. What is this item? We have never seen this item before. So this is about the your style sheet, your CSS file. So your CSS file you are accessing here. How many CSS files you have? You need to add all those CSS files in the headers or head section. Sorry, into the head section. There are many developers who normally add the style sheet or JS file in the footer section. That is also fine, but I will prefer to add them into the sorry into the header section. So for the style sheet you can add in header section, but for JavaScript this is for JavaScript file. Whatever JavaScript you have been using, you can add that JavaScript into, you can add the path of the JavaScript file in head section. So let me change the path of the JavaScript. Okay, this is our, I will save this file as index.html. I will replace. So this is our JavaScript file. Okay, so this JavaScript and style sheet, both files are there. So I just want to add one more item here. So this script JS, this file you can also add in the ending of your HTML file. This is not required here because normally when we are opening a web page, style sheet is important. Otherwise, all when a web page renders, it shows the HTML, but if there is no style sheet defined for that particular HTML items or elements, then it will show in a scrambled way, so it won't show properly. So that's why we are keeping the style sheet here, but for JavaScript you can keep it in the footer section of a web page, but for the time being we are keeping both these items into the head section. So this is all about our head section. If you have multiple style sheet files, then you can add them here in head section. If you have multiple script files, JavaScript files, you can also add them here in our HTML head section. So that's all about the head section. In our next video, we will learn about the body section, which content we normally show in our body, in our HTML body. Okay, that's all for this video. Before moving forward, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. It will give me a huge motivation to create such videos. Thanks for watching. I will meet you in our next chapter. Bye bye.